what's up everybody, this is Brad with Amazing Discoveries doing a cube draft for replay just to show off some fun times with the stack. We're going to go ahead and get a couple of turns in. So this is our opening hand. It's not that bad. We're going to set up the days. I'm sorry, not set up the days. This isn't the days hand. This is a Shelldock Island game 1. So I'll put a treachery underneath and pass the turn. They dirt a little bit. We drew a Jace, which is awesome. We're going to suspend a Gargadon. Pass the turn. So they've got a click, which kind of sucks. They put a sword on the bottom, which is what we had last turn. We get an Electrolyze, which is going to take care of the click and draw us a card. There's a Mulldrifter, that's pretty awesome. They do not much of anything. Yeah, we're gonna cast a Stupor. And hit a couple of lands with it. After we tap correctly. Best play is coming up here in a second, though. I mean, there's an empty for 2, which is amusing. Another counter after Gargadon. We're going to cast Mulldrifter, get some cards, because that's good. Helps us with our Shelldock Isle. So that happens, we get some stuff. There's a fetch line, which is pretty important. As you see, we're at 23 cards in the library, and this activates at 20, so we need good things to happen. Which means we're setting up a pretty sweet turn. So on this turn, we remove the counter. You see we've got a fetch land and a Jace Beleren. So we're going to drop the fetch and fetch, paying some life because we're going to need a third blue source. We're going to get our Watery Grave. Here comes a Jace to draw us a card, which puts us down to 20 cards in the library because the fetch took a card out and our card drop of the turn took a card out. So yeah, we'll draw a card, which isn't super important. Let's get rid of this Gargadon because it doesn't matter this match. So now we're going to cast a spell under Shelldock Isle, taking the Inferno Titan, leaving up Desertion and Mystic Snake next turn because we get to untap 5 lands because of the free mechanic Immersive Lock. Which is gross. So on their turn, he's going to try to cast something to take back his Inferno Titan, a Sower. In this case, we go for the Mystic Snake, because, I mean, if we take the Sower with Treachery, we just steal a Goblin, which is kind of lame. They're out of cards, so they're dead now. I mean, they scoop after this. So we're just going to stop this and go to the next replay. Just do 1 second. So in this one, our opponent is going to lead off with a Curse Catcher, which kind of sucks for us, because we have the Daze in hand. We're going to see if we can make him play poorly. We're going to run out our island. He's going to try to get a stick on turn 2. We're going to float the mana and Daze. He doesn't realize we floated it, I guess, because he stacked his Curse Catcher and we just paid for it. Which is fine. We'll run out our island, dirtle around for a couple of turns. We got our Go for the Throat mana, which is sweet. He's got a Koth, which is going to get Power Sink for 1, which is amazing. Get some value out of our Power Sink. Now we've got nothing. He's going to play a Siege Commander. We're going to go for the Throat with the trigger on the stack. Not that it's super important, but just want to make sure we get rid of that before we forget about it. We're going to suspend Gargadon here, which is going to be important for later. We actually get to use Gargadon this game. And now we just need the other source. We're going to run out the Battle Mage, and we're going to draw some counter magic, because I mean, the Battle Mage just picks off his goblins one by one. We were waiting to get the land, hopefully, to get some value out of it, but it was time. We drew out a counter spell, which seems strange that he would use it there, because we get to run out a Spiritmonger, which shuts down his whole plan. He's going to play an Inferno Titan here, which is no big deal, because we're going to play a sword next turn and give our Spiritmonger pro-red. He reads the Spiritmonger, realizes it's a bad idea to attack into it. And we get a Treachery here, which is not the... Pause it real quick. We get a Treachery here, which we can't cast, so we just, like I said, play it and equip the sword. Gargadon has 7 counters on it. Inferno Titan can't swing into this, so he's going to start running goblins into it for whatever reason, just trying to get damage through, looking for a burn spell, I'd imagine. Which is fine, we're happy to do that. We get a Crucible, which is worth trying to run out. It's going to hit a negate, which is awesome, because if we get our Treachery, it's going to be live. So again, here it comes. I don't understand this attack, but it's pretty sweet because it leads us to a pretty awesome turn. We get to kill his Inferno Titan. We're going to have a 10-10, which just lets us let the Gargadon go to 5, sacrifice 5 lands, which is kind of risky, I admit, but at 4 life, you have to go for it, I believe. So, yeah, he's just dead now because we get the Gargadon and bash in for 19 plus 2, which seems pretty good. Cool, thanks for watching. If we get any more fun highlights, I will put them up on the net web replay thing. Yeah.